Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this live. And if you're watching the replay, it's also a great pleasure to have you. And I want to thank you as well for joining that, even if you're not contributing in any active way besides just being there. Because I see the numbers on how many people are watching these, and it makes me feel good to give my time to people, and that I know some are getting something positive out of it, even if I don't have a direct feedback. And that's why I would encourage any of you who have been on these videos to comment any kind of feedback you'd have, even though it would be on this video or even just sending me a message at one point to give me some feedback. I find it very interesting, especially to have feedback, because when I'm doing this work on social media, I don't have a direct connection with people. And that's something I really understood how important it is for me, and how much it just makes my days so much better when I see that. I had that experience because of the last 2 weeks. I did a lot of volunteering with refugees and people who are really into very demanding situations. They lost their home, their countries at war, things like that. And I've been to different places where I've been helping these people directly, and seeing them smiling from receiving that help really just made me understand why I'm doing all the work I'm doing. And there's a dimension on social media where we don't have to see the smiles of the people we help. And when I'm doing one-on-one or group coaching, when people are um, directly in contact with me, even though there's might be a screen between us, I can also see the people smile, or just see their gratitude in their facial expression, I would say, which is something I don't have all the time on social media. I have some people reaching out to me, sending me messages and things like that. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage you to do that if you feel like something happened for you during these videos. And I'm super, super, super motivated to do even more of what I'm doing here by sharing these energy calibrations and healings that I'm doing online, because I see the transformation happening in my life. And I really am grateful and just so happy for the abundance that just really started to coming. And that's why I keep on doing that, because I received from other people things that seemed woo, things that seemed very crazy, energy healing, being like, hey, someone's gonna say things and desire things for you, and it's gonna happen. And I really saw an amazing transformation in my life over the past few weeks in terms of love and abundance since the 808 portal that happened, the Lionsgate portal. That was 11 days ago. Beautiful. I love that. And I really just calibrated myself to an energy of love and abundance that was higher. And I just had some moments of the difficulty, but then the shift happened and it was just so beautiful. I cannot deny that the shift has happened, that I am moving towards a new life, and I'm seeing the old habits and things just dropping by themselves. So I'm just really, wow, so excited to see that the things that I want are just happening. It's just I don't have to make any efforts for that. It's just like, wow. So I'm sharing more of these with you, because you know um even though I've done a lot of hard work, I would say, I never wanted to believe into that. And I still believe that if we do the right amount of work, we'll have the right amount of things coming to us. And I'm very happy because I've never wanted to settle to things that didn't feel good for me. And I see that sometimes we need to push through what other people might believe. Yeah. So this full moon today happening is an important event for me, as it is the following of the last two important heaven events that happened this month. Uh, from the new moon, the Lionsgate portal, and now this one. I feel like I'm completing a series of energy healings, and yeah, as I said, I don't exactly know who are the people who are gonna and how it's affecting the people who are going through that. But yeah, social media are showing me some stats, and I know that people are watching these videos, and so I'm I'm happy that some people are being affected by what I do, and it doesn't need much to make me happy. When I help one person, I'm already like very happy. But here I'm seeing numbers in hundreds going in different places. So it just feels good. And big gratitude here. So today, energy calibration, it's really things I'm starting to do now. I used to really want to put people into trance, into hypnosis, and it works. But what I realize is that when we do the energy calibration, it feels more natural. And it just feels so much more natural for me to talk without having a process in mind of like, oh, I need to say this word so you get in that state, but rather that having a process of just being, right? Of not having to mentalize on how many steps needs to be done, how much relaxation needs to be done, but just going for it right now. Like now I feel I'm in that state of calm and acceptance and gratitude and peacefulness. And there is no need of like big stuff. It just can happen like this for you as well. And that is where you need to do an effort, right? As of when I'm doing hypnosis, or whatever other things, some of the other things I can do, I kind of like help you or sometimes force people to change. I mean, I'm not forcing them against the real, again, but they come to me and they ask me to change it. So I do it, which works super well for some cases. I had some cases where the people were not wanting to make the effort. They were letting themselves die. And I remember that case actually of this very beautiful and young woman. And I had to give her my energy and just really just bring her, and just like every day I would just like swipe her energy and just replace it with healthier energy. And over a week she really changed. She stopped trying to die. But then I realized that it's take a lot of effort and energy from myself if I have to, I would say, manually change people's energy. While what I learned is that we get empowered and more independent when we learn to do things by ourselves. That's where the knowledge is power. When we know how to do things, we are in power. We don't have to act. for being in power. And that's why I do believe that knowledge itself is power, that action is a different power. And so, yeah, the moment you need to make effort, it's very important. And it's different for each person. But if you want to have the transformation of abundance that I've been through right now, you can ask me in the comments to get the other videos that I recorded for this transformation that I've been through, from the new moon to the new portal and the and this one. So it's really about asking yourself, what do I feel from myself, and what do I feel from him? And I just say, what do I feel? Because I understood that how we feel is the action of feeling. How I feel my body, I touch it, I feel my body. How I feel my emotions, I connect with them. And I feel like I feel like how is more about the quality of the connection, the quality of the information you're having, and what is the information that you feel. And then really matching the information with the person that is in front of you, right? This is the interesting part, when you are able to feel someone and just say, oh, I know that what they're feeling is what is getting them to where I want to be, um, because it's always starts with motivation. It's always started with motivation because you know what you want and you're gonna go for it, right? And so when you're asking yourself, how do I want to feel? What do I want to feel? I would say just love, for example. I want to feel love. You know what you want, you know what's the motivation, and you need to go for it. So now you need to ask yourself, how do I feel that love? What do you feel? And how do you feel different? How are you feeling? It's a strange question. Like, what are you feeling? How do you get to that feeling? And what is preventing you from feeling that? Because in a way, feeling things is like imagining things. So what is preventing you from imagining something that's more positive, makes you feel better, it makes you better? What would you resist to something like that? What would you resist to improving yourself in your life? And then can you just let go of that Just because if you're letting go, you can have it and you can not have it. You're just giving yourself the choice. So in the end, we could see that holding on to something is reducing the choices you have in life. And the question, is it wrong to have that freedom? Is it wrong to have the opportunity to do different things? Right? The freedom of it is not wrong in itself. I just want you to sit with that right now here. Just ask a series of questions. And if you allow yourself to just feel them and connect with these questions, the breakthrough that you're looking for is going to happen. Because that's all we need to do. We need to bring in consciousness things that happen inside of us. And if you don't understand why you would connect to these, well, the answer is very simple: abundance and freedom and love. Because you can only be abundant to the amount of freedom you have to act toward this abundance. You know, because if you're not able to do things or to think things or to imagine things that will make you abundant, it won't happen. But if you just stop and allow that abundance to happen by having the option available to you, something else will happen. I can guarantee that to you. And you don't have to understand it now, because that's something before was not possible for me, was to understand things I did not know I did not know. And what's blocking you is something you don't know you don't know. So you can't understand it. What you need is huge amount of trust. You need to trust the people who have tried something that seemed impossible, yet achieved it, and then it was like, I understand something you can't understand because you don't know. And that's where all the magic, all the healing is happening, is when you trust that what is going to change you, you don't know it. You don't know it because if you knew the thing that would change you, you would already be changed. If you're stuck, if you cannot change, there's something that you don't know that you need to know. Mind blowing. And me, really, the thing that I thought before was to act, to do things, to do other things. And I started believing and trusting the people who were saying you just need to love yourself so much more and you will have everything you need. But the big problem is that I was trying to receive love from people who were not able to give it to me. And so I was trying to please them in order to get that love. But when I understood that abundance is connected to me, not to them, and my love is connected to me, not to them, I started loving myself and making myself abundant in a way that works for me. Which also means letting go of some of the things I thought I needed. And that's the hardest part. Is letting go of the goals that you thought would make you happy. Hmm. I want to thank you for joining me in this video. And I want you to take some time for yourself today and really let go of expectations. I mean, you're gonna have expectation, but just really let go of the time of when things gonna happen and understand that the idea of synchronicity is to be in sync with time, which comes back to being in the moment, you know. A lot of people are talking, wow, synchronicities and wow, this is so cool. But if you break down the word synchronicity, it's sync, you know, to be in tune with, to be on the same rhythm, and chronos, which is time. So having more synchronicities is just being more in the present moment, because when you're in the present moment, it's easier to feel energy. And when you feel energy, it's easier to know what's meant for you. And when I'm saying what's meant for you is the things that you created with your own intention. So I want to manifest this thing. And when you want to manifest something, you're sending an energy out of the universe that's like a magnet. And the thing that's right for you will be magnetized to that. And it's going to happen. So being in the moment is allowing you to recognize that things that feels like it's for you. And being in the moment is as easy as what we're doing right now here. I personally think that being in love and being calm is the good way to do it. So I encourage you to do it and watch other of my videos where I'm helping you to do that. And I also wanted to say that this week, the 23rd, it's going to be a nice workshop with Leah Waldo on how to use creativity for entrepreneurs. She's already done a nice interview with me in my Facebook group, and she's going to be leading a workshop this Friday. So if you want to be part of the workshop, just send me a message or a comment, and you'll have to join my Facebook group. It's free. And you'll be able to attend the workshop. I'm already looking forward for that. And yeah, I'm gonna also put my program Harmony free in my Facebook group. You can also join it for 12 weeks with me, or you can have it for 12 months in the Facebook group. So if you want to go it faster, we can work one-on-one. If you have all the time in your life to have a harmonious life, we can do that for 1 year. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next live.